Hi everybody, what is up? I am back again. I hope everybody is having a good weekend so far. My name is Greg Scott Patchy, and today, guys, I'd like to show you the top 14 PS2 games that I ever completed and I ever played. So here's the story, right? Back then when I was a lot younger, right? I absolutely loved the PlayStation 2. It used to be one of my favorite PlayStation consoles back then when I was a lot younger. But hey, I still play them today, like. It just kind of brings me back so many memories that I ever played. So anyway, without any further ado, let's get right on started. So, I think the first thing... Now, I'm going to show you ScoobyDoo vs. Frights. Now, if you remember way back in the previous video, I did the top video games collection and my ScoobyDoo video game collection. So, feel free to check that one out as well. So... Basically, in this game, right, you have to solve many mysteries, and there's 20 levels of it. So, yeah, and I absolutely love playing Scooby-Doo, right? I think, basically, one of my two favorite characters are Shaggy and Scooby. Yeah. So, basically, you'll have to solve different types of mysteries, like, I don't know, like the Phantom of the Opera, well, whatever. Well, kind of similar like that anyway. But this game, however, is really quite good. It's even got the mystery incorporated at the front. And if you look at the back, it shows you the ginormous crab monster and all the graphics of the gameplays. So, yeah. Now this game, however, yeah, it's quite alright. I even got the DS version of it. So, yeah. Basically, I used to love watching Scooby-Doo cartoons back then when I was a lad. But hey, at least I still watch them today. I even got the full movies collection as well, so... Yeah. I absolutely enjoyed playing the game. Well, yeah, some of the monsters can be a lot frustrating at first, but hey, at least I've got my hang of it. Now, next thing I have is... Shrek, Smash and Crash and Racing. Now, this game, however, yeah, it features Shrek, Donkey, Puss in Boots, all the sorts of characters from Shrek. So, yeah, it's actually not a bad game, but although some of the controls can be a bit fiddly at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's quite alright. But, the first time I did this game, right, basically what I did was, yeah, I didn't exactly get the hang of the game at first, but yeah. If you're wondering what is my favorite racing tracks on here, I probably have to say, I probably have to say the Far Far Away track. So, it has to be one of my favorite racing tracks, to be exactly honest with you. Now, in this game, you'll have to race, like, several tracks to complete the tournament to unlock several characters. There's one that you actually play the actual tournament and one in mirror mode, so I think it's kind of similar like that anyway. So yeah, again, it's got the characters at the front, same at the back, so it shows you the different types of graphics of the gameplay as well, so... Well, I mean, to be exactly honest with you, right, it's actually not a bad game, and I've already seen Shrek. I've already seen Shrek's 1, 2, and 3, but I'm probably getting around to the final chapter next on Netflix if I got the time, so yeah. Now, the next thing I have is The Simpsons Road Rage. Now, I absolutely love watching The Simpsons. Well, yeah, I probably watch that every night, so yeah. Now, this game, however, well, basically what you have to do is, you basically have to deliver the passengers to the destinations on time, before the time runs out, and I can tell you, the time limit does not ever mess around, and I'm not joking you. So, yeah, well, yeah, I did end up going off the road back, like, what, a few minutes or so, but at least I managed to get there in the nick of time, so, yeah, some of the missions were kind of a bit frustrated, but more or less, it's not a bad game. Well, you got the characters at the front, and you also got, like, the back as well. So, I have to say, well, yes, it does show you the main graphics of the gameplay video as well. So yeah, I think I did remember one time that I played the Simpsons Road Rage with my brother's best friend once, and I kind of sort of lost a bet to it. So, oh yeah, take my advice. Don't make a wager when you screw it up. I kind of learned that the hard way. So that's a lesson you might learn from me. So yeah. Now, next thing I have is Disney Pixar Cars RaceoRama. Now, if you remember in the previous video, I did the Cars video games collection video, so feel free to check that one out as well. And yes, I've already completed this game today, so yeah. Well, come to think of it, the game doesn't actually look that bad. Well, yeah, some of the races can be a little bit frustrating, but I kind of sort of got the hang of it in the end, so yeah. It's actually, it's not a bad game, actually. So, yeah, once you get the hang of the controls, so yeah. So again, the front of the box is really good. I mean, same with the back. It features all the graphics from the gameplay. So, yeah. And basically, one thing that frustrates me the most, right? One of the mini games I rather find annoying was Greedo Karts. I think basically what you have to do is you have to race with forklifts, apparently. So, oh boy. Well, yeah, some of it was okay, but some of it was absolutely terrible. And I'm not joking you, right? But if you want to try and complete if you want to complete the Greedo cards, I may stopping you, so I have to say the game is not actually that bad. It's actually not that bad, to be exactly honest with you. And I absolutely love watching Cars when I was a lot younger, so I still watch them today, so. Yeah. Now, the next thing, I've got another one, which is Disney Pixar Cars, the video game. Now, this game, however, yeah, it's not a bad game. Well, I did complete most of the tracks multiple times. And yes, I did complete the mini games as well. I mean, what can I say? I absolutely love watching the Cars films, so yeah, it's actually not that bad, to be exactly honest with you. Well, Lizzie's postcard hunt, yeah, you do have to find all 20 postcards. Luigi to the rescue, oh, don't get me started on that one. I mean, I think what you have to do in the minigame was you have to search for all different types of you have to look for tires and hubcaps, left and around radiator springs, which I kind of got some of them in the end, right? And I'm not joking, right? So, come to think of it, this game doesn't actually look that bad. So, yeah, it's got Lightning McQueen, Mater, Chick-Hicks in the front. And again, if you remember from the previous video, I showed you the entire Cars video games collection, so feel free to check that one out as well. So yeah. Now, it's got the characters on the front, and it shows you the graphics of the gameplay itself. So, it's actually not that bad, to be exactly honest with you. But the one minigame I absolutely hate, right, was Luigi to the rescue. Now, I think what you have to do is you have to find tires and hubcaps left around radiator springs. Apparently. Oh, man, was that even frustrating. So, basically what you have to do is you have to find tires and hubcaps left around radiator springs before the time runs out. But, yeah, I kind of got the hang of it in the end. But, so basically, tractor tipping, it's actually not that bad. Some of the levels were kind of a little bit difficult, but it's an okay minigame, to be exactly honest with you. But the tracks itself, the circuits, yeah, they're quite good, and they're absolutely quite fun too. So, yeah, it's absolutely a good game. Now, another thing I have is Disney Pixar Cars National. So, yeah, this game is actually not that bad, to be exactly honest with you. I mean, yeah. Well, some of the tracks can be a little bit frustrating, but again, the mini games, yeah, some of them ain't that bad. Some of them, and don't get me started on Ramon's rhythmatic level, or minigame, more or less. So anyway, this game is actually really quite good. The box is really good. So it's got Mater, Lightning McQueen, and the rest of the racing characters at the front. And at the back it shows you different types of gameplays. And you got even Mike and Sully monster trucks on the back too. So yeah. Now, the one minigame I absolutely hate was Ramon's Rhythmatic level. Basically what you have to do is, you have to follow the rhythm by pressing the L1 and R1 and L2 and R2 buttons at the same time before they hit the destination and hit them at the right time to get into the rhythm. Oh, I can tell you, I did not enjoy that one. Well, apart from level 1, that was okay, but more or less, it's absolutely a good game, right? And I absolutely love watching cars, so what can I say anyway? Now, the next thing I know, actually, I'll show you two of them. So, the next thing I have is Crazy Frog Racer and Crazy Frog Racer 2. Now, the first one, right? Well, actually, to be exactly honest with you, right? I did remember one time when I was a lot younger, I used to see a music video once, but I can't remember how old I was, but well, it was actually not that bad, I guess, but even though some of that was rather annoying, but hey, as long as it's yeah. So anyway, this game, yeah, I did fell off the track multiple times, but yeah, I seem to got the hang of it in the end. So again, it's got the annoying thing in the front and the robots at the front as well, whatever it's called. So again, the box details is really good. I mean, same with the back; it shows you the graphics of the gameplay itself. Now, me honestly, right? However, I did fell off the track like multiple times, but it's well, yeah, some of the controls were a bit fiddly sometimes, but I kind of sort of got the hang of it in the end, you know. So, yeah. Now, the second one, right? Crazy Frog Racer 2. Now, it features the good soundtracks like the XOF, Popcorn, or similar like that, or any other tracks that are really quite good. Although the second one, right? It's actually not that bad. Well, yeah, again, I did fall off the tracks multiple times, so again, you got the front is really good. I mean, same with the backlight. Again, it features the gameplays all around the back. So yeah, I mean, I'll be exactly honest with you, right? I mean, if which game is better, right? I mean, to be exactly honest with you, I quite like Crazy Frog Racer 2 way better than the first one. So yeah, it's actually not that bad. I mean, in my opinion, I just prefer the second one way better than the first one. So, I mean, I'll be exactly honest with you. I mean, the first one, well, yeah, it was a little bit meh, I guess, but yeah, I did follow the track multiple times, but I quite like the second one way better than the first one. So, yeah, the second one is a really good game. So. Now, next thing I have is Shrek Super Slam. Now, it's kind of like an arcade game, so technically, yeah, it is a two-player game where I think it's kind of features a showdown where you play different types of characters going up against different types of characters. I think, but I could be wrong. But we'll have to give that a play again sometime. So anyway, it's got Shrek, Puss in Boots, Donkey, even Prince Charming at the front. So again, it's not a bad game. So the front of the box is really good. Same with the back. If you know, it features the picture from the first movie. And again, it shows you the different types of graphics in the gameplay as well. Now, basically, Shrek Super Slam. It's actually not a bad game, although some of the levels, yeah, it's quite not that bad at first, in my opinion. I mean, it's actually not that bad. Well, I'll probably have to give that. I'll have to play that again sometime. So, I mean, it's not a bad game. I'm just saying Now, story mode, it's actually not that bad. Well, it was a bit like, what, an hour or so? I mean, it's actually not that bad. I mean, yeah, some of the characters can get a little bit frustrating at first, but yeah, I seem to got the hang of it. I'd say it's actually not a bad game. Now, the next thing I have is, you guessed it, Ice Age 2, The Meltdown. Now, me personally, right? I did remember watching Ice Age when I was a little younger, but I still watch them today, like. But I've already seen the first one, but I don't think I haven't seen the second or the third. But I'll probably have to give those. I'll probably have to watch that again sometime. So, again, this game, it's actually not that bad. Well, yeah, some of the levels were kind of frustrating at first. But what can I say? It's a really good game, and this is the Platinum Edition of it. So, again, it's got Scrat, Diego, Sid, and Manny at the front. And again, I'll show you the back, which has got Diego, Manny, and Sid as well. So, again, it also features the graphics from the gameplay as well. So, yeah. Actually, comparing with the Ice Age Chill the Meltdown PlayStation 2 and Scratty's Nutty Adventure on the PlayStation 4, yeah, it's not that bad to be exactly honest with you. But apparently, the bowling with penguins, yeah, it's kind of a little bit frustrating, but I sort of got the hang of it in the end. And basically, you play a set going sliding down, showing off the fantastic moves. So, it's actually not a bad game. Okay, well, sneaking up on Diego to get past through, yeah, it's actually not that bad. I mean, what can I say? I've already completed it, like, what? About once, I guess. But I'll have to get that movie I watch sometime, maybe. Whenever I got the time. Now, the next thing I have is ScoobyDoo Mystery Mayhem. And again, I love watching ScoobyDoo when I was a lot younger. But I've already played this game, like, once, I guess. So, I have to say it's not that bad, to be exactly honest with you. Well, yeah, I really love the plot and the details. Well, yeah, some of the levels can be a little bit frustrating. And it was actually quite good. Yeah, it was actually quite good, but the animation was funny. I'll give them credit for that. They did the voice lines just right. So, yeah. I have to say, it's not a bad game. It's honestly it isn't a bad game. I actually quite enjoyed that. But again, it's actually quite good. It's also got Shaggy and Scooby at the front with the Red Knight. I thought it was the Black Knight, but whatever. But it's also got the Phantom at the front as well. So again, it's got and then the front of the cover is really good. I mean, same with the back, and it also features the gameplay as well. So now, to be exactly honest with you, right? Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem, yeah, I did play it like multiple times. And again, I absolutely love watching Scooby-Doo when I was a lot younger. And what can I say? It's actually not a bad game. Well, yeah, some of the mini games were a little bit frustrating, but yeah. And the best part is, right, you get to wear a disguise when sneaking past the guard. Although I did get caught multiple times, but I'd say it's not a bad game, right? It's not a bad game at all. I mean, it's actually quite good, and I've already completed it anyway. Excuse me. Now, the next thing I have is Monsters Inc. Scare Island. Now, I think I did remember playing this when I was like, younger or something, but I could be wrong. Now, this is actually, the original one is for the PlayStation 1. This one's is the PlayStation 2 version, so. Yeah, this game, it's not bad, but some of the graphics were, meh. Well, yeah, some of the levels were kind of a bit frustrating at first, but yeah, it's actually not that bad. So yeah. So again, you got Mike and Sully at the front, and you got Sully at the back, and it features the videos of the gameplay video. So yeah, it's actually not that bad, to be exactly honest with you. So I mean, if I do recall, I did remember watching Monsters Inc. once when I was like, younger or so. So, I can't remember how old I was, but... So, as a matter of fact, right, the original one is for the PlayStation 1, which, it's actually not that bad. Well, the graphics are not that bad. Although the PlayStation 2 version, yeah, some of the mini games can be a little bit frustrating at first, but they have to cut up the green, yellow, and red ooze to fill up the scream energy canister to scare the what was it? What was it? What was it called again? I can't remember what it is. So basically, it's similar like that. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, next thing I have is yep, Lego Star Wars the video game. Now this game, however, right? And again, I'm a massive fan of Star Wars, so yeah, this game is actually not that bad. Yeah, it's got the features. Well, it plays from episodes 1 to 3. It's actually not a bad game. Where you got the characters at the front, and you got the back. So, it's actually not a bad game, to be exactly honest with you. I mean, I did bought this on... What was it again? Wasn't that... I think I kind of got it from Amazon, I think, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I think it was Amazon. Because funny story is, I did got the copies, 2 copies from eBay twice, which was not playable, so I bought that one off of Amazon. It's actually not a bad game, actually. So, yeah, the graphics and details were not that bad, so... Yeah, what can I say? It's a really good game. Now, the last one I have is... Lego Batman, the video game. Yeah, and believe me, I used to love watching Batman when I was a lot younger. Along with my big sister, that is. So, yeah, it's actually not that bad. Well, yeah, you do have to save Gotham City from supervillains, so... Come to think of it, the game's actually not that bad. I mean, it's got like, what? Batman, Robin, the Joker, and Catwoman at the front, and you've got the back of it as well, so... What can I say? It's not a bad game, and yes, this was one of the... I can't remember what... I kind of got this from, like, what? I kind of got this, like, what, from Gamers and Geeks a while back? So, yeah, that's where I get most of my PS2 games from. So, yeah, some of them on Amazon, some on eBay, and some from my local gaming store called Gamers and Geeks down here in Inverary. So, yeah. So, what was your favorite PlayStation 2 back then? So, so what was your favorite PlayStation 2 console back then, and which one was your favorite game? So, feel free to answer this question in the comment section below. So, thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to answer the question of what was your favorite PlayStation 2 console and game back then, feel free to answer it in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.